Alright, it's showtime. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Live na naman tayo, Boxing Talk Pilipinas, Powcast Boxing Talk. At syempre, bago natin ito simulan, gusto ko lang po muna magpasalamat sa talagang sumusuporta sa akin na Fight Club Philippines. Konting video lang po na ipapakita ko, panoodin niyo po. And then, of course, kwentuhan na tayo. And then, gusto ko sana kayo maka-video chat. Ngayon, usually baksakan itong gabi na ito. So, si kasi nasa ibang bansa na, si Silver Boy, si Mark Yao. So, ngayon, kahit sino pwede natin kausapin at simulan natin ang usapan. Pero bago yan, syempre, Fight Club Philippines, thank you very much. Ito yung video clip nila. This video is sponsored by Fight Club Philippines. FCP is the first of its kind fitness, wellness, and yoga camp in the tropical island of Palawan in the Philippines. Powcast is personally excited to see this place in 2022, and as early as now, you can gain access to special promotions, discounts, and updates just by following FCP on their social media accounts and signing up on their newsletter. Check out the description for more information or go to fightclubphilippines.com/Powcast. Okay, salamat po sa inyo lahat. Pau Salud, Powcast Sports. Here comes the boom boom pow. Powcast Sports. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Sa mga hindi pa po nakasubscribe sa aking personal channel, pwede nyo pong i-subscribe, Sir Pau Salud, sa Facebook at saka sa YouTube. Yung mga personal na vlog, yung mga hindi masyado boxing, medyo personal ng konti, doon ko po nilalagay. So kung gusto niyo po akong mas makilala at gusto niyo masundan ang aking mga training sa boxing, yun po ang aking channel. At magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Sa mga nagtatanong, bakit wala ng training si Janriel Casimero dito sa Pilipinas? Ang simpleng sagot dyan kasi wala na po si Janriel dito sa Pilipinas. Nasa Las Vegas na po siya. Kasama po niya doon ang ating kaibigan na si Mark Lonteao at si Memo Heredia, ang kanyang conditioning coach, strength and conditioning coach, is also there already and they're starting the camp. So anytime soon, we will be seeing for sure mga videos ng kanilang training doon po sa Las Vegas, Nevada. So ano po bang mga balita ngayon? Mabilis na balita muna bago tayo magkwentuhan at ilalagay ko na dyan kung gusto nyo mga video chat. Ilalagay ko na po. Actually, ilalagay ko na ngayon yung link habang sinasabihan ko kayo ng mga balita na dapat yung malaman, to join the video chat. The video chat. Eto, click nyo lang yan. StreamYard link po yan, So, okay. So, ang mga balita po natin ngayon, June 19, may pa-boxing po sa ARC sa Cebu. Nandoon po ako sa Cebu sa ARC Boxing Promotion. April J. Abney, ang kilala kong boksingero. First time sa isang boxing event na halos di ko kilala talaga yung mga lumalaban. Mga baguhan po ito. So it's an honor and a privilege na unang-una ko sila makikita na lumaban. Karamihan po mga bata, mga debutante. So abangan po natin yan yung ARC Boxing Promotion June 19. Let's see kung anong pwede nilang gawin sa Cebu boxing scene. At syempre, June 26, I'm not yet sure if this is gonna go through. Sa Elorde Parañaque daw, meron daw, boxing event na mangyayari dyan sa Elorde. I think si Arden Diali o tsaka si, sino ba yung kalaban ni Arden? Alvin Medura. I'm seeing someone on the backstage named Jeff, but I will not be able to show you in until you show your face. Kailangan po may muka. Lahat ng sasali dito, kung walang muka, ay hindi ko po isasali. And of course, July 3, Charlie Suarez will be fighting Eduardo Mancito at isa pa magandang laban doon, Miel Fajardo versus Ben Ligas. Inaabangan ko rin yan. And then of course, sa Omega Boxing Promotion, July 3, sabay din po. Pero ako po ay mapupunta po sa July 3 sa Omega sa Cebu. So sa Cebu, sa July 3, nandun po din tayo. So magkita-kita po tayo dyan. Simulan na natin ang kwentuhan natin. Jeff, hindi kita ipapasok pare, at dahil wala kang video, dahil marami pong mga manloloko at hindi ko sinasayang manloloko ka, basta gusto lang po natin na pag may nakausap tayo dito, kita natin yung mukha para po wala pong issue, no? Okay. So, ano pa ba yung mga balita bukas, Shakur Stevenson at sana samahan nyo rin ako magko-komentaryo ako bukas. ng umaga. So kung tinatanong niyo ako saan ka ba tinitingnan yung mga schedule ko sa Ring Magazine. So Art Mission, shoutout po sa iyo. Magandang gabi po. At baka may tanong ka sa boxing, pari din po paki-share po ng ating kwentuhan ngayong gabi. At ngayon, actually, kaya ako to ginagawa na madalas dahil nga sinabihan ako ng aking kaibigan na si Jason Casimero na, uy, dalas-dalasan mo kasi mag-shoutout para talagang mas engage. So, biruin mo siya pa yung nag-advise sa akin. And I'm doing, kumbaga, lagi naman ako nagla-live chat. Ang problema lang, hindi lang ako lagi nakakapag-shoutout kasi para bang focus kasi ako sa sa pagkwento ng topic. Pero mahalaga din talaga yung nagsha-shoutout ka. So, shoutout po sa lahat po, no? Tsaka sa mga share ko. So, Noe Mark Redor, shoutout sa iyo. Thank you very much. Tara, si Roger Justin Potot nag-send ng video and magsasend siya ng sparring. Okay. So, magandang gabi. Magandang gabi. I-notify Ryan. Salamat. Good evening, Sir Pao. Good evening, Adrian Bong. Magandang gabi, Sir Pao. Magandang gabi rin. Baka may tanong ka sa akin, pwede nyo itanong yan. Shoutout, Idol. Shoutout, Joseph. Ano tingin mo kay Charlie Suarez, yung dating Olympian? Gaano kalaki ang chance niya na maging world champion sa professional rank? RC Alejandria Bautista, magandang gabi. Magandang tanong yan, At of course, nung Friday actually, siya yung una kong binuntahan na boksingero kasi may laban siya sa July 3 kay Eduardo Mancito. And Charlie Suarez has been a long time amateur. Maraming nga nagsasabi gaya po ni Yumir Marshall na saan nag-pro na kagad siya. Pero, I mean, they are successful amateur at napakagaling. Ang masasabi ko kay Charlie Suarez, he has all the tools in the mindset to be a world champion. All he needs is to get more fights first and to put himself in the position para po magkaroon po ng opportunity na makalaban po sa world stage. I think being an Olympian, nakasabak na rin siya na talagang high caliber na mga boxer. And personally, nakita ko itong laban and I'm very impressed. I was actually, just being honest here, I was actually looking forward to his fight against Rakasa, na dapat yun ang nakaschedule. Kasi yung Rakasa is a young, up-and-coming boxer din yun . Sayang, hindi yun ang matutuloy na laban. Kung ayun sana, napakaganda. But Charlie Suarez, let's look at his record. 6 wins, undefeated po siya, RC. 5 knockouts at wala pa dito yung kanyang sunod na laban. Pero ang sunod na laban niya po ay si Eduardo Mancito. I think he has the chance. So, 6 fight pa lang siya. And I heard and I understand na magkakaroon pa siya ng 2-3 laban. I think his goal is to have at least 10 fights this year total, Or kaya pa ba yun? Kaya pa. June pa lang ngayon . So, siguro mga 3 pa, 4 pa, as long as he keeps on winning, sigurado magkakaroon yan ng opportunity, So, thank you very much sa iyong tanong paring RC. Shoutout, sir. Update sa laban ni Dasmariñas at Inoue. Of course, tuloy na tuloy po ang laban ni Dasmariñas at Inoue. At masasabi ko lang sa inyo, I'm very proud dahil dun sa mga Pilipino doon sa US of A na tumutulong po, sa US of A, sa Los Angeles, sa Nevada, na tumutulong po sa ating mga Filipino boxers na mag-training, na I'm sure nagbibigay ng moral support at nakikita ko talaga halos lahat ng Filipino, they give moral support dito kay Michael Dasmariñas because if anyone needs moral support and support, it's our boxers, lalo na pag dihado. Aminado naman siya na dihado, aminado naman tayo lahat na dihado. Pero syempre, walang imposible sa taong naniniwala. So, Naoya Inoue is also there in the US. So, from what I understand, manonood po si Jandrel Casimero ng laban ni Michael Dasmariñas at saka ni Naoya Inoue. So, that should be interesting to say the least kung ano mangyari even before or after the fight. Yun. So, shout out Sir Pao, Iceman TV. Thank you very much. Gandang gabi Sir Powcast. Pwede ba pasali sa pusta kay Dasma at Quadro? Pare, pwede ka naman mag-register, brother. Mag-register ka na lang sa kumbaga, sa ang daming online website na you can just register So yun, good vibes. Oy, ang aking isa sa member ko, si Seryu TV, good vibes. Thank you very much. Salamat sa suporta mo. Thank you. Padala ko na lang sa iyo pera. Wag na lang sa akin, pare. Nahirap yung mga ganyan. Mahirap yung ganyan. Mag-register ka na lang. Justin, Sidong Palkatan. Shout out, Sir Pao. Shout out sa iyo, Justin. Taga saan ka ba, Justin? Baka may tanong ka. Wag lang puro shout out. Pwedeng shout out tas may tanong para may mapag-usapan tayo. No, I'm gonna spend at least an hour of my time talking to you. Maximum. Okay, Bongski TV. Sir Pao, baka naman yung gloves sa likod mo. He. Pang-raffle po yung gloves sa likod. Yung tatlo dyan or dalawa dyan, ginagamit ko pampalitan. Yung isa hindi ko masyado masuot kasi ang hirap din pamigay kasi medyo magalaw eh. So, ginagamit ko yung sa payantog most of the time. Shout out! Yan, syempre, Share You TV. Yan, shout out. John Patrick Loresto, shout out din sa'yo. Magandang gabi pare ha. Wala ka bang tanong? Dries Macario. Dami nagpapa-shoutout. Ryan, ha? Shoutout lagi, ha? John Patrick, shoutout Boss Pao. Tolit ka, Sokot, Agkopra. Gusto ko tinatanong niyo ako. Although, walang problema yung shout. Gusto ko tinatanong din ako eh. O kaya, wala ba makikipag-video chat sa akin dito? Teka, lalagay ko ulit ha. Para mag-video chat tayo. Wala bang gusto makipagkwentuhan sa akin? Or debate, kahit ano po, no? Baka may mga tanong kayo kahit sa anong bagay. Sige, tatanggapin ko na ngayong araw na to. Pero sana related sa sports. Sir Pao, lagi po akong updated sa mga vids mo. Greg M. Bahador, salamat. Thank you very much. Sana po matulungan nyo ako. Napapansin ko, no? Ang dami nagre-reklamo, ba't puro Casemiro yung video ko? Pero ang dami ding nanonood, no? Ang dami ding nanonood ng Billy Jack Sanchez. Ngayon, may mga update ako ngayon ng mga hindi po medyo sikat na mga boksingero. Ang aking pong panawagan sa inyo ay matulungan nating sumikat yung ibang boksingero. Paano natin magagawa yun? Paano? Simple lang po, no? Simple. Pag may nakita kayo na hindi sikat na video ko or topic, kagaya nung ito, papakita ko sa inyo, ha? Baka matulungan nyo kasi, no? Hindi ako, hindi ako yung kailangan ng tulong dito, no? Yung video or yung topic ng video. So, the reason why I say that is because hindi siya ganun ka-popular. Naiintindihan ko naman kung hindi popular yung tao, hindi popular yung event, talagang hindi masyado papansinin. If you look at this, ito ha. So, ito yung channel ko. Kita nyo to, Ugas Magsayo, 1,000 views kagad, 2 hours ago. Pero itong Cebu Arc Boxing, at Omega, wala masyadong napansin kasi 300 lang. Kasi walang hindi kilala. So, ang gusto ko sana, pag hindi masyado kilala yung mga boksingero, yung topic natin, sana po isuportahan po din natin. Panoodin natin, i-share natin para po mas marami po makaalam ng mga ibang boksingero. Para din sa atin yan, para at least marami po tayong makilala ng mga boksingero. Okay? And then, parang may sasali na si Midnight Soul. Nakikita ko ni dito. Babasahin ko lang isang comment ni Bendy and then papasok ko na si Midnight Soul, ha? Midnight Souls, relax ka lang dyan. Basahin ko lang ito isang comment, ha? Ready ka na ba? Sir Pao, naghahanap ako ng betting site para... nawala bigla si Midnight Soul. Sir Pao, naghahanap ako ng betting site para upcoming match ni Champ Codolas. Akala ko makita na may bouts niya. Kay Champ, Pacman lang meron. Baka pwedeng mag-suggest ka naman po ng specifics. Tingnan ko dun sa sa ginagamit ko Betfair, pero hindi ko pa na-check kung meron I cannot promote kasi hindi ako pwede mag-promote ng gambling dito. Bawal actually yan yung mga sugal. Bawal yan, no? So we don't condone that. But hintayin mo lang siguro pare. Hintayin mo lang kasi August pa naman. August pa naman. So kaya wala pa yan. So relax lang po kayo. Relax lang, no? Kuya May Vlog, shoutout. Nawala yung si Midnight Soul. Nawala eh. Sayang, no? Cleve Lion, shoutout po. Tingin mo, Sir Pao, may chance pa si Carlo paalam sa Olympics? Lahat po ng Pilipino may chance, pero I think the highest chance pa rin is kay Yumi Marshall, at saka kay Nesty, ang galing din eh. Nesty Pitesio, galing din. Of course, Carlo Paalam, napanood natin ito lumaban, may talento yung bata. Hindi lang natin kilala ko sino yung mga kalaban niya doon. At usually talaga malulupit pag ganong stage, no? Salamat sa mga share natin. Nakita ko si Christian Hernandez, nag-comment na kagad, Pao, I was training at Southbox, you're getting in good shape. Yeah, I'm trying, brother. Christian, nasa baba pa yung comment mo, kaya ako nabasa kasi nandito sa Facebook eh. So I'm also monitoring kung sino yung mga sharer para mabati agad natin. I'm trying to be in good shape, man. Not to fight, man. Just to be clear, not to fight. I just wanna feel good. And here's what's happening, Christian, I'm just gonna answer you quickly. When I saw myself for the first time in a while boxing against Mark Lontayao, against Casimero, I look really bad, and I hate it because I'm a commentator. Some call me analyst, and I see myself looking so bad, so that I have to really work on it at least. So that's what I did. Yun. So Ariel Limos, salamat. Shout out, good vibes. God bless Mike J. Baluyot. Shout out naman po pa. Magandang gabi. Kuya May Vlog, of course. Teka, ko na tong Manny Pacquiao versus Prime Naseem Hamed. Featherweight, kanino ka? Can you give a breakdown advantage of this advantage? Sorry, RC Alejandria, nakalimutan ko yung muntik na kita malampasan. Of course, Naseem Hamed, very popular fighter, very fancy fighter, and he is, I think, more fancy than really as good para sa akin, no? He lost to Barrera. Featherweight, I still take Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao defeated Marco Antonio Barrera. Although hindi naman yun yung batayan, no? Hindi porket natalo siya ng natalo mo, ipanalo ka na sa kanya. Hindi naman pwedeng gano'n, no? Pero I just feel that the level of opponent of Manny Pacquiao in the featherweight, yung mga Mexican warriors na nakalaban niya, is sobrang mas magagaling. And I think pababaksakin itong I think Naseem Hamed, baksak ito kay Manny Pacquiao, I think lang. I can't give a exact breakdown, but I think the left straight of Manny Pacquiao during this time when he was the featherweight, dito talaga sobrang lakas ni Manny Pacquiao, no? Na kahit gaano ka-elusive yung boxer gagaya ni Hamed, isang suntok lang, it could change the game and the complexion of the fight. During that time kasi, because Manny Pacquiao is so powerful in the featherweight, in the lower weight division, na sometimes kahit tinatamaan siya, basta siya nakatama, nagbabago na po yung laro. Yun lang yung sa aking pananaw. RC, ikaw ba? Ano ba sa tingin mo dito? Okay. Sir Pao, tingin mo ba deserve ni Donaire makapasok sa 15 ng GOAT, o kung hindi naman, pang anong rank? 15 ng GOAT, greatest of all time, all of boxing? Shucks, that's so hard to answer because of the many great boxers in the world, no? It depends on how you're looking at it and where you're looking at, no? As a Filipino, of course, I think Nonito Donaire is one of the best sa Pilipinas. Of course, sa Pilipinas muna ako, no? Yung Manny Pacquiao, yung Nonito Flash Donaire, yung Flash Elorde, yung Rolando Navarrete, sobrang ang daming magagaling na mga Pilipino na boksingero. I think kung sa Philippines papasok ko siya sa top 10 or top 5 baka minsan, no? But we don't know yet sa meron pa naman siyang chance, may laban pa siya, but I think he's in the Hall of Fame. Grabe yung mga tanong yung hirap, ha? Sir, sa Battle of the YouTubers, si Buboy ba makakalaban ni Billy Jack? Yes. No, sa mga nagtatanong dyan tungkol sa Battle of the YouTuber, ang dami kasi nagrereklamo, dami nagko-comment, ang liit daw ng kalaban ni Billy Jack. Hindi naman po kasalanan ni Billy Jack, no? From what I understand, nagamon po yung Buboy, and they step up for the fight. So, kaya nangyari yung laban. So, I think it's still gonna be a good fight. I think Buboy Villar has trained well. And sa mga hindi po nakakaalam, yung trainer po ni Buboy Villar, kung si Billy Jack ay nag-training kay Cuadro Alas, ang nag-training kay Buboy Villar ay yung nag-training dati or trainer dati ni Cuadro Alas. Hindi nyo alam yung story niya yan? Ngayon, alam nyo na. No? So, it's a very good, kumbaga, there's a very good storyline between this boxing event. And hopefully, maganda po ang kalabasan. I hope both are safe. But yes, malaki po si Billy Jack, I think, dito kay kay Buboy Villar. Sir Papa, shout out from Tarlac. Jason Fernandez, thank you very much. Bobby Oswenko, always watching. As usual, late ako tuning in. No worry, brother. I got some heavy boogie on the backstage. And I'm just gonna read this one comment. Jay-Z sa Pico. And shout out, mabilis lang si Rainiel. Ito, Sir Pao, Sir, hindi ba bintang laban? Wala pong binta-binta, hindi ko alam yan. Shout out, idol. Totoo bang ninakawan si Mayweather? Yes. I heard that news. All right, let me go ahead and get you in the stream. Heavy boogie. Christian, what's up, brother?
Pow, pow, pow. Good to hear your voice, man. Thank you.
Are you working out at night?
I work.
Yeah,
No,
well, because
no,
you're...
no. I'm just relaxing because the weather is nice and cool, brother.
All right, okay. Right, nice to
Yeah.
have you here.
So
Go ahead.
go ahead. I was saying. So I got feedback that you're at Southbox training, and that's fantastic. And it's good to see you're getting in shape. I can see it in your aura, and I can see how you move. Nice.
Yeah, improving. Coach Rush gave me a hard workout, and I wasn't really prepared for that. What do you call that circle bag that Rush is holding, and then he's asking me to punch hard,
Yeah,
twice, punch hard. What do you call that?
Shield, the power shield.
Yeah. I got super exhausted after that one.
You should have just aimed for Coach Rush's dad bod belly.
I don't know. That may be harder to penetrate. But yeah, man. Go ahead.
It's always fun training with Coach Rush. He's always good vibes, and he's one of those coaches where happy fighter is a good fighter. So he's always very comical and entertaining to train with. So I always enjoy training with Coach Rush.
Yeah, me too. I enjoy it. I'm planning to go back there sometime soon. It's just that my schedule has been busy. I'm gonna tell you real quick,
Yeah,
So I'm gonna tell you real quick, and I would like to apologize to the boxing fans. My schedule has been ruined because of Casimero, and it's a good thing because I took I took advantage of him being here. Now he's outside the Philippines. He's in Las Vegas training with Memo Heredia. Just for those that are asking. And my usual baksakan session at every Saturday night, that might change because our Mark Lontayao is in the US. But I will plan to do a lot more live shows. And now, because of that Janreal Casimero habit that I had, and this is why I started really training because of that session with Casimero. I really looked bad and I hated myself. And I keep criticizing the form of the boxers, and I saw myself, man, I look bad. So I have to work on it. And now every time, as much as possible, when I go to a gym, I bring my camera, my cell phone, and a boxing glove and a hand wraps because after the interview, I work out myself.
Nice.
Yeah,
Keep
so
it up.
I might go to Cebu, by the way. By the way, I am going to Cebu on June 16. I'm sorry, June 17. There's a fight on June 19, and I'm going back there on July 3. Do you know if the Elorde International event is going to push you on June 26? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But
I heard about that.
Guys, I see the guys are so dedicated. The Southbox team, the Elorde, the VSP boxers, they're all very dedicated. They're training hard. They're staying ready. And previously in promotions, I've seen them get ready, and then they have to go into 2-week quarantine, and then the fight gets rescheduled, so it ends up being 3-week quarantine. So they've got a lot of a lot of perseverance, to win. So no matter when the promotion is, I'm sure those guys will be ready.
All right. Shout out to everyone that's commenting. Here's a question for you, Christian.
Yeah,
When
go
are you
ahead.
gonna get? When are you gonna get into that card of VSP?
Yeah, so good question. I've spoken with the guys, and I've been asked a couple times to join that fight card. But one thing that is hard for me is to do this quarantine before the fight, because I've got a
Ah,
lot. I've got a lot of other things happening. Boxing isn't my only thing, so it's difficult to, you can train for a fight 4 weeks. If you're already in shape, maybe, you can have a rush training camp 2 weeks, but then to quarantine, um, it's just, for me, it's not the right taste at the moment, with everyone else as well in COVID. Speaking of which, I've got a question for you.
shoot.
So, you've been a part of these quarantines, and you've observed the fighters going through these quarantines. My question is, so you have these YouTube guys putting on productions on TV, and I'm pretty sure they're not quarantining for 2 weeks. So I'm wondering, obviously they're doing some testing prior, and if
Yes.
that's the case, why don't they? Why doesn't that you have the same procedures for the pro guys, so they don't have to sit in a barracks for 2 weeks prior?
I love to answer that question, but I guess that question is not supposed to be directed to me, but to the officials of the
Yeah, yeah.
professional
Sorry,
boxing.
I'm wondering. I'm
But
wondering if
yeah,
you know, like,
let me tell
how
you.
come? Yeah.
Because there are different bodies approving these events. So, of course, the professional boxing, it's much more stricter. The Games and Amusement Board is much stricter
Mm,
with
mm,
all of
mm.
this quarantine procedures than the amateur exhibition fight of the Battle of the YouTubers. I was invited there. I was really surprised. But when I went in there, I was invited at the day of the event. Now I'm invited again on June 16th. Apparently, they think that I'm a good commentator. So
Ah,
okay, good
okay.
for me. Good for me. So yes, we were tested, and there were procedure there. There were limited people inside the venue, and there's just one fight. It's just one fight.
Yeah.
So there's really
So
not a lot of
what I wish is obviously for COVID to disappear, so we can all get back to normal. But these the Filipino boxers are really put at they're really stretched, to perform good.
yes,
And I feel that if whoever oversees these promotions um, can adopt a very safe but a safe way for these guys to compete more regularly, for promotions to hold promotions more regularly, because people don't understand too, from a promoter's perspective, if you have a 2 week quarantine, then you have to have 2 weeks expenses for every single person that's involved with the production, and also, so you can understand, it's difficult. So I just wish
definitely.
sometime I just wish sometime soon, because the technology is out there, and I think people need to see more boxing.
Definitely, I agree with you. You know, the thing about this is that I think promoters are trying. There are a few promoters that have been promoting during the pandemic, like VSP promotion. Although, I mean, they really spend a lot.
Omega.
Yeah, these are the guys that can
uh,
spend. But there are other promotions that wish they could have, and there are other boxers too that are not under the big promotion that wanted to fight, and they're not getting this opportunity. Now, we've seen amateur events. I mean, it's not just the battle of the YouTubers. I've seen a lot more.
mm,
Uh,
mm.
it's small, and they've done it. There's a vaccine
Sports,
already.
sports in general,
Sports,
no?
sports in
Yeah.
general. It can be done with the proper procedure, and maybe we just need to, because professional boxers need to earn money. And good thing for other professional boxers, they're learning how to do YouTube now. They're earning on YouTube, which is good. And that is why this is the funny thing. I mean, the battle of the YouTuber, the fighters there are not real fighters, obviously, but they earn more than the real boxers fighting in a
And they're
boxing
getting to
ring.
fight, that's why I'm a little bit like,
That's
oh my
crazy,
gosh.
right? That's crazy, right? But
right?
I guess that's what's happening in the world because those guys are well-known figure, and that's why people follow them. It's for entertainment. But boxers need to adapt, and the promotion. I think the promotion are trying hard. I think it's just the industry in general needs to tweak a little bit in order to make it
Yeah.
happen.
So hopefully sometime soon, huh? And I'm very excited for when that happens because every boxer out there is going to be eager and he's going to be hungry, and not only he'll be excited. So I think it's going to be fantastic when everyone can get back to normal there.
Yeah.
But it would. Do you find it interesting that you can travel international as long as you or take a flight, and you can stay at any international hotel or do whatever you need to do, as long as you have that PCR test and you're negative. Um,
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand. Well, why can't you? If everyone has this regulation and abides by this, then it should be all good to
Yeah, yeah. Well,
have.
that's a thing too. Maybe because when we started creating the protocols for this
Mm,
for the sports for boxing, we were kind of there's a lot of unknown and people are
of
scared.
course, yeah.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, to be honest, it's not that scary anymore. I mean, there's vaccine, and then of course we do testing, and I've attended many events, and you're right on point. I mean, if I go to an event and a day before I do the testing, I mean the not just the regular what you call the PTR test. That's one is
Mm-hmm.
the much more accurate. I do it a
Yeah,
day before. You should be able to go to the event because you're negative, right?
yeah. Or
That should have been easy, right?
you could do both tests. You could do the one that isn't so accurate. You could double up. Um,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
At the event
I think
itself,
the
at the
2 week
event
quarantine
itself.
right now. I think the 2 week quarantine now, given the current state of COVID, is probably just a little hard on the boxing
That could
community.
save you money. I mean, for the hotel, it's about 3,000 per day, 2,000, 1,000, depending where you are. And that test, you just need one
Yeah.
test, right? One test, and then you can do both. Yeah, to make sure a day before or during the event, and everyone that goes in the venue will be tested.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, in the U.S., I'm surprised. Man, I saw the new video of John Riel Casimiro and Mark Luther, and as soon as they entered the U.S. territory and the airport, they took off
The
their
mask.
mask. What?
Okay. So yeah, look, I don't
Eh,
know about the mask. That's one of these things I scratch my head at, and I go, hmm. I was walking around in the mall the other day, and I had one of those moments where it's just such a double standard, I think, or it's just not being enforced, or it absolutely is useless. You take your pick on which one, but I definitely think that if I'm in a mall and I'm walking around, the same air that is outside of the mask is the same air that's on the inside of the mask, right? And then I hear an argument also too that it's to stop the droplets from other people
yes.
speaking. But if you're wearing a mask, I think you're okay. Now I got a question for you. Have you tried to enter an establishment just wearing your glasses, the ones that you're wearing, and they've said no, you've got to have a face mask, and then you've had to, and then you sort of had that moment where wait a second, my eyes are kind of covered there, and I
No,
got a
you
mask
meant the
and
face shield. You mean the
the face
face
shield.
shield?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yes, yes.
yeah.
I've seen I've been stopped by the guards because of that, and a lot of
Mm.
establishment they required face shield, even though I have an eyeglass that should prevent whatever droplets going into my
And
eyes
the
because
moment
that's
you
where.
walk into the restaurant or whatever the establishment is, boom, it's okay. You can lift it because technically you're about to engage in eating, right?
Yeah, because you can't eat without the
So,
face shield and the
so just to
mask.
pass through the door,
Oh,
you got to wear it, and then it's okay to take it off. Meanwhile, the guard is not wearing it, so it's just like it's got the face shield one has got me scratching my head all the time.
oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. You got your point, and I
But of
understand where
course,
you're
it's all
coming
for
from. But
safety. But of course, it's all for safety, and you got to
well,
respect that.
I mean, yes. The guys that thought about this, probably have, a lot of people approve it. So it must have some benefits. But yes, I'm just not a medical guy, so I can't really answer exactly
Yeah, I know.
what we're trying to prevent. But it does make sense what you're saying, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We
So
got a lot of comment. Go ahead.
anyway, no, go ahead, pal. Sorry, I interrupted there.
No. I'm just gonna say because we have a lot of comments, and I'm sorry for ignoring you guys. Like if you want to talk with me, it's better if you go in the stream, so at least it's more interactive. But thank you very much for commenting, guys. I have two more guys here, and have you just stay there. Miguel Navida, I think I missed this guy, who's always been adding me on the group chat. Miguel, what's up?
Nothing new.
Okay,
Nothing new.
nawala yung isa. I have one more guy here. So if you want to join me, please join us. I just want to do a quick shout out, and then Miguel, please tell me what's on your mind before we can get this going with the others. Let me just shout out John Rocks from Italy, of course. What's up, brother? May malupit tanong, Idol Pao, saan nakapagpagupit ng gaya sa'yo? Parang pogi din, hehehe. Ay. This one is the haircut. I got this from Toto, Kuya Toto Tams. This haircut is for free because he loves Casimero. He went to the gym and he cuts everyone's hair in the gym for free. And he's a
Nice.
celebrity stylist. So I got this one for free. Thank you very much, Coco Tabs. Where's Sir Diego? I'm still waiting for that guy. Nakakaya, foreigner eh. Okay. All right, Miguel, pare.
Hmm.
What's up?
Nothing new naman, Sir Pao, because COVID pa rin. But I've been exercising. I've been keeping myself conditioned for a secret little project I've been working on.
Secret project talaga. Ah. Marami kang pera, pare. Pare, I just want to tell you, it's amateur events are still not allowed unless you get approval really of the local government.
2 weeks
Pro nga, nahihirapan.
quarantine.
Yeah. Unless you're really brave. You're really brave, no? I think because they see the battle of the YouTuber. Oh, the battle of the YouTuber can do it. Why not us? But man, it's a lot of money involved there. When we get in the venue, we get sprayed with this antivirus thing. So yeah. So whatever that is, I don't know. Miguel, may question ka ba sa boxing aside from your secret na hindi mo pala pwedeng i-share?
About the battle of the YouTubers thing. And battle of the
Sige.
And na-notice ko about Billy Jack and his fight against Boo Boy. So I think that would be a good topic for us to talk about.
So what about it?
Na,
Christian Hernandez, I think the eye is the. Okay.
No,
What about it?
I'm listening because I haven't watched any of the fights, so I can't comment.
Okay.
I have a feeling that Billy Jack is gonna win this fight kasi he's been taking it seriously, and not to mention he's been training with Cuadro Alas for a long time. So
Okay. Okay. Pasok po kayo, wag kayo mahiya kung nag-i-English yung mga kasama ko. Si Christian Hernandez, mas Pilipino pa po yan sa akin, makaintindi po yan ng Tagalog. Miguel, sagutin kita, pero pasok ko lang to kasi kanina pa to si Mindset Jen eh. Mindset Jen, nag-i-stretch. Magandang gabi.
Hello po, Sir Pao.
Ayun, Ayun. Taga saan ka, bare? Baguhan kayo, pinasok na kita kagad eh.
Pampanga po, Sir Pao.
Pampanga! Yun, parang malapit yan sa Pangasinan. May boxing event dyan sa July 3. FYI lang. Okay, pare, baka ikaw, mahilig ka ba sa Battle of the YouTuber? Sagutin mo nga yung tanong ni Miguel Navida.
Hindi po, Sir Pao.
Hindi, okay. Okay, sige, sagutin ko lang mabilis ito. Miguel, sabihan ko lang sa'yo, I think it's an interesting fight. Real quick lang, kasi, medyo hati pa rin yung ating crowd sa Battle of the YouTuber because, well, to be honest, the quality of the fight isn't that good, but the entertainment factor of the fight is there because, of course, celebrity YouTubers are fighting, And it's all fun and games. It's all entertainment. Billy Jack is a much bigger guy. Kaya training siya kay Cuadro Alas. Pero alam mo ba kung sino yung trainer ni Buboy Villar? Kilala mo?
Another.
Happy Boogie, do you know John Agrabio?
No, I don't. No.
Okay, let me tell you a story about this.
Yeah,
Huh?
go ahead.
If you think Billy Jack trainer is good, Cuadro Alas, think again because the trainer of Buboy Villar is the trainer of Cuadro Alas when he was younger. So imagine what Cuadro Alas learned already. Jun Agrabio was the trainer of Cuadro Alas. Ganda ng story. So, palamang naisip na nila, okay, this is what Cuadro Alas is teaching Billy Jack, and we know that because I taught Cuadro Alas. Di ba? Pwedeng ganun. So, maganda yan.
Yeah,
Pero mas
that's nice.
malaki talaga. Yeah. Just to put a little spice. And this is why Heavy Boogie and Mindset Green, Mindset Gen, ano? Kaya siguro yung mga tao interesado sa ganito kasi familiar sila sa mga figure na lalaban. No? Not necessarily magaling sa boxing, pero familiar sila, kaya interesado yung mga tao, kaya tumatalpak yung mga tao. Yun lang masasabi ko, Miguel. Lamado si Billy Jack sa tingin ko kasi parang maliit talaga no? Pero parang mas mabilis itong si Buboy. Mindset, ikaw naman, pare. Baka may tanong ka.
Tanong ko po Sir Pao, kapag po ba natalo si Errol Spence kay Pacquiao, ano po magiging ranking niya sa welterweight? Kapag natalo si Spence.
Errol Spence.
No.
Ranking in terms, which ranking? Napakaraming ranking. Are you talking about
Welterweight.
Kasi-
po, Sir Pao.
welterweight? So, pag ang ranking na tinatanong mo sa akin ay ranking sa WBC, ranking sa IBF at sa WBA, pag ikaw champion, matic, of course, you're number 1. If that's the ranking that you're asking. If you're asking about the pound per pound, malamang babalik siya sa pound per pound. I think number 1 to 3 yata or 5 itong si Errol Spence. Baka pwede niyang palitan itong si Errol Spence sa ranking na yan, sa pound per pound, sa either sa Boxing Writer Association, sa The Ring. So, posible. Malaking, depende kung gaano ka-impressive at gaano kaganda ang pagkapanalo niya kay Errol Spence Jr.
Patas, angat yung career talaga.
Well, aangat o aangat uli. Dahil mataas na naman eh. Thank you, pare. Ay, nawawala si JM. Papasok ko sana si JM no? Okay. Anything else you wanna add? Teka lang mas malupit akong tanong, Idol Pao. Saan makakapagpagupit? Gaya na okay. Naulit lang pala. Sir Pao, shoutout po Christian Guardiala from Haro, Iloilo City, one of the boxing enthusiasts po. God bless Sir Pao. We hope makalive po tayo sa fight ni Dasmariñas and Casimero. Okay, good questions. But let me answer this one. I can only do commentary. This type of fights are big and they're carried by enormous networks in the US, and if they see me rebroadcasting the fight, my channel is dead. My channel is dead for sure. So hanggang commentary lang po tayo, no? Yun, possible number 1, no? Ayaw ko lang dyan kasi online sa nakasiriyan sa kabataan. Ang target nila posta hindi yung galingan. Pwedeng manipulahin yan. Balang araw kikita. Well, that's true also. Ito na si JM. JM, how's your hair? Kumusta?
Kumukupas na, Sir Pao.
Pakulayan mo na. Anong balita sa'yo? Anong gusto mong pag-usapan, pare?
Ano ba ang latest na pinag-usapan natin dyan, Sir Pao? Kasi nawala-wala ako. Tungkol kay Billy Jack. Sabi?
Nagtanong lang si Miguel Navida. Yung mga bata talaga mahilig sa no? Sa mga Battle of the YouTuber Ano ba? Ikaw, ano bang mo?
Ang sabi ata ni Sir Miguel, no, matatalo si Billy.
Hindi, lamado daw si Billy, sabi niya. May nawa yata si... Oo.
Meron kasi ako napanood, Sir Pao, na ang ganda talaga ng galaw ni Buboy.
Oo.
Ang galing gamit ng ring. Pero
Oo.
kasi ang easy gun is yung stamina. Kasi
Yeah.
nag-training siya pero pag once na naipagsabayan na siya kay Billy Jack, ang lalakas ng suntok nun ni Billy Jack eh. Pag lalo na yung straight. Sir Pao, napanood ko sa mo.
Oo.
Pag tumama yung straight, wala na.
Okay. Okay. So alam mo, abangan niyo yan June 16, ano? Sabi nung isa, ang ayaw lang niya doon yung may sabong. Actually, that's why it's happening because of their entertainment, because there's money as well. And kahit exhibition siya, no? Sa boxing, dapat sa pro boxing, mas maganda yan eh. Meron eh. JM, nakanganga ka na. Mahina talaga yung internet mo. Any other questions that you have, guys? We have 15 minutes at least para magtanong pa kayo. Salamat pula sa sharer ko, no? Si John Bato Ramboa. Have a great day. Go ahead.
What are the odds on Das Marinas Inoue? Do you know what the current odds are?
Yes. So the odds is before it's 1:10, now it's 1:9. So I guess Michael Dasmariñas, there's a few more bet coming in for Michael Dasmariñas. What does it mean is if you bet 100, you win a 900 for Michael Dasmariñas. That's how underdog is Michael Dasmariñas into this fight. And that is why Michael Dasmariñas needs our support, our prayers, because it's gonna be really a tough fight. I was interviewed many times, and I'm sure a lot of Filipinos, and there's a lot of doubters. I mean, it's okay because really, I mean, that's Naoya Inoue. I said, ito sabi ko, no, heavy boogie. Everyone, including, and he's my friend, Casimero, is gonna be an underdog against Naoya Inoue. Because Naoya Inoue is currently on the top of the mountain. I think. If you disagree, you let me know.
No, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Until, of course, ma-break siya ng kung sino man. But, of course, everything is possible.
Of course, it's about harnessing that energy for being the underdog and then turning that into ammunition inside the ring, I think. And, underdog sometimes, less pressure, which is also a factor. And each time, Inoue, like, can you imagine the pressure that Inoue feels every time he fights, I'm sure he looks like a very calm, cool, collect guy, but trust me, there's pressure there, especially when you have a country, the world, and Japan on your shoulders too. No doubt he feels the pressure. So I wish Dasmariñas all the luck.
All right.
Yeah.
I wish him all the luck too. And by the way, I would like to thank Michael, and forgive me for if I say this incorrectly, Kwayawit. Thank you for sending me 200 stars, man. Salamat. Here's what I will say, Heavy Boogie and Mindset Green, Miguel Navida. Please share your thoughts on this one. Michael Dasmariñas, just for accepting this fight, is already a winner. This is the biggest fight of his career. This is a big money fight for him. And plus, I mean, imagine this, not just one, but 2 belts. I think 3 belts, including the ring, is going to be included on this fight. So, man,
Incredible
that's
opportunity.
big. Incredible. And that's already a winner. The exposure that you're getting, fighting under ESPN, fighting in Las Vegas, under top rank, in the main event, that's already a winner for you. All you just need to do is, maybe give a good fight. And, of course, ultimately, the win is the target here. And I think Michael Dasmariñas knows this. And like what he said, he's not going to let the judge say who's the winner. So I'm expecting there will be a knockout either way. So this is going to be exciting.
Wow. And how about the other big fight on the 19th as well between Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos Jr.?
Yeah, before I answer that, and that's crazy because, man, we've been asking for great fights, at least star fights. and they all did it on the same day. What the heck are they doing? So we have to pick one at least to watch live. But of course, we're obviously gonna watch everything live. I wanna just ask, because two of our friends here have been quiet. Mindset Green, maybe you wanna share your thoughts on Naoya and Michael Dasmariñas, pare. English or Tagalog, pwede yan. Napastretch tuloy. Mindset! Nako, nawala na. Miguel. Baka mag-exit ka rin, ha?
Honestly, it's a good fight then too. Pero I do have a feeling that Inoue could take advantage of the fight because we know what he did to Naire one time. So it's a win-win for Inoue if he wants to go the distance or knock out Michael in like whatever round. It really depends talaga sa kanya.
Okay. So, kanino ka?
Not to upset our fellow countrymen, but I'd go for Naoya Inoue. For no offense to all our countrymen out there. I'm not here to offend our countrymen.
Sure, brother.
So kaya I picked Naoya Inoue for the win. That's just my opinion. For those are like parang sinasabi na opinions ko lang that don't matter. Sinasabi ko yung kakatotohanan ko.
Brother,
So,
naintindihan ka to. No worries, pare. Okay, thank you for being honest. So let's talk about the other fights. But before the June 19, yung question ni napakaganda yung question ni Christian. Shakur Stevenson and Jeremiah Nakatilia is going to be fighting tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a commentary on this one. But actually, the good fights are coming on June 19. This is the Naoya versus Michael Dasmariñas in Las Vegas. And then the Miami Thriller is making some big waves in boxing. The promotions, Chifimo Lopez versus George Cambosos. For those that doesn't know, these are the guys that promoted Mike Tyson, the celebrity fights.
and
So,
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones, yes. So, Chufimo versus Cambosos. The question is, who do I pick? Of course, I pick Lopez. For me, it's Lopez. Do you have a different point of view, Heavy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Cambosos.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, 100%.
There you go.
I'm gonna go for Cambosos.
We have a fight between us.
Yeah, hey, but you know what? That's also gonna be a head-to-head fight too. I think it's gonna be a great challenge for both fighters. I like Cambosos' confidence.
Aussies are always confident, man.
I'm not,
It's good.
and I'm not into Teofimo Lopez's immaturity. No, he's just a young kid, and good on him. But I think the better man to hold all those belts would be Cambosos.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I will have one guess here, Ronald Bautista. I'm gonna put you in after this statement. Heavy, I think you're thinking from the heart, not from the mind. Okay.
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, but let me see if Ronald agrees or disagree with either of one of us. Ronald, magandang gabi.
Yes.
Heavy, I think you're thinking from the heart,
No.
not from the mind. Iyo, pare.
Hmm.
Who knows?
May delay ng konti. Pinag-usapan namin Camposos or Tifimi Lopez. Ano bang masasabi mo dito? Ay, naku, mukhang mahina ang signal. Okay, mukhang mahina si Ronald Bautista, mahira ang signal, pare. Si Miguel, itong si... Wait. Okay, wala talaga. Sige, Heavy Boogie, gusto mo na magsalita tungkol dito?
Yeah, so I'd like George Kambosos to take those titles, and that would shake things up in that division. That would definitely make everyone, move around a little between potential opponents and contenders and all of that. And Kambosos has taken the long, hard road, So I think it would be nice for him to be the man on the top there. And then, you have also Lomachenko fighting again very soon. So maybe if you could see Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez rematch, and Lomachenko will be 100%. And then we'll see what happens there with that.
Well, if you want to see that fight, I mean, Teofimo must win then. If you want to see the rematch, Teofimo must win.
True.
Yeah, the thing about this one is, of course, I like the confidence. I just feel that Teofimo Lopez is much more stronger than Gambosa. Although I've seen Gambosa personally. He went here in the Philippines. Were you there? Did you see
Yeah,
the
I was there.
sparring?
Yeah.
So I've seen him personally. Not that I'm not impressed, but
So he's had about 3 or 4 fights since that time, I think, though.
yes.
Or 1 or 2. And yeah, I mean, look, let's see when the bell rings and see what the game plan is there. I can tell that Kambosos has been training like there's no tomorrow. He definitely, is putting it all out there and leaving no stone unturned. And the vibe that you get off Teofimo Lopez is that, he's maybe doing a little bit too much publicity than training. But of course, you only see what you see online. You don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly.
I think it's one of those things where the right game plan will win. Kambosos has definitely got speed. He's probably got more angles, and Teofimo Lopez is obviously probably got more power out of the two. And it'll just be an interesting style game, I think.
The bigger news is Cambosos winning. That's the bigger
Yeah.
news because it's an upset, and I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Teofimo Lopez only got those titles. He got it through an upset too. So
That's true. I'm not picking Chupimo because he's the champion. I just picked him because I think it's the much more stronger fighter between the two. But we will see. I mean, both of us will talk afterwards.
we'll have a thing, you and me, huh?
Yes.
I'll back Kambosos.
Yeah. We have. Okay. I mean that's good, but aside from that, and of course we've been talking about Michael Desparinas. I think Sir Art is watching. Sir Art Moniz and JR Alulod is also watching. Magandang
Moniz.
umaga, magandang gabi. Of course, umingi kami ng suporta kay Michael Dasmariñas. Underdog, sabi nga nila, dihado pero hindi magpapatalo. At lumampas na kami dun sa topic na yon. Pinag-uusapan namin kung ano pa yung mga laban doon sa Amerika, sabay ni Naoya Inoue. Of course, Naoya versus Michael Dasmariñas, Teofimo Lopez, Gambosos. Do you know, Heavy Boogie Christian, there are more good fights. The Zone is also having an event. Jamie Munguia.
Yeah, look at that one.
Right. Showtime is also having an event. Jermel Charlo.
Charlo.
My man. And of course, Quadratilio. That's good. Isaac Cruz. And Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva.
Yeah. Man. Who can resist that? The greatest Anderson Silva MMA.
Against the son of a legend himself.
Look at this. Hector Camacho Macho versus Julio Cesar, the senior. Man. Look at those fights coming. There's a lot more events.
I got an interesting question for you, pal.
Okay.
Just because we saw a few of the juniors there, who would you rank pound for pound the best junior out there who's active?
The best junior. I
Yeah.
don't really know.
Because also
Active?
you've got like Ricky Hatton's son. He's out there. He's just on the 2-0. You've got Chavez Jr. You've got Hector Camacho Jr. You've got Sean Porter's son. He's a junior. You've got
Shane Mosley Jr. Don't forget
Shane Mosley.
Shane Mosley
Shane Mosley Jr. You've got
The
maybe
junior.
not a. Maybe we'll also add. No, that means the Charlos would win. Yeah, there's a few juniors. There's a couple more. Who was I thinking of the other day? Chris Eubank Jr. I think
Chris
he would
Eubank
be up
Jr..
the top.
Yeah,
me.
because because he has more experience than the others that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's,
then
it's
if
just
you-
so difficult to say who's the better because we just only seen few fights, couple of fights between the others.
Prince
Like, they just
Nassim.
starting.
There's a junior there as well. He's fighting.
Okay. Michael Pacquiao is was is the greatest. Jim Will Pacquiao is the greatest. I don't know. Roy Jones Jr. is the best. Yeah, Roy Jones Jr. It's just so hard to say, man.
But junior of a fighter.
Junior of a
I'm
fighter.
not sure if Roy Jones Jr.'s father was also a fighter.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
mean-
not just the name, like the son of a boxer.
Yeah, the thing
Who's
about
active.
the thing about being a junior of a boxer, especially if you're a junior of a great boxer, is a lot of expectation. Especially getting the name himself, and that's why Chavez Jr. is meh. It's like he's as a disappointment. Although he has his own name, but
So-
yeah. So
Guys, sorry to interrupt, pero like I've done my research on Roy Jones Sr. and he's a club fighter, not a boxer.
club
A what
fighter.
fighter?
Yeah,
What
What's that?
what does that mean?
He fights
Parang
with
ano,
clubs or fights only in clubs?
he might be a guy who fights in clubs, like drunken bar fights.
Oh my god, that's there's such a
But
thing
he-
as a club fighter.
But he managed to have a son that's successful.
Yeah,
Which is
okay.
kind of good, diba?
Okay. Roy Jones Sr.
So apologies for that. That was off topic, but just because I saw Cesar Chavez Jr. and then the next one there was another junior, so
It's okay.
It got me thinking. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with Chavez Jr. compared to his father, and it got me asking. Okay, there's a few other juniors out there. Who's the biggest prospect, or who's currently at the top? And I think it would be Chris Eubank Jr. for me.
Probably.
Yeah.
But here's a question that I've been asked, and I don't know how to answer this. Maybe you can help me. Jim Will Pacquiao versus Campbell Hatton.
Ooh, that's a good fight. Could be-
I think Hatton would win just because at the moment he's had two more. He looks a lot more in shape. He looks like he's training a lot more, and he looks like he's serious. And he's had two professional fights, so that's two more than Pacquiao
Yeah.
Jr.
So,
From Jimbo.
in my opinion, if you think about it on paper, it could be a rinse or repeat. If we remember correctly, Pacquiao knocked out Hatton. So don't you guys think it might happen again? Parang deja vu or something like that.
It's a good dream, but the father is not the son.
That's true. But
Yeah.
it's still different. The way they were built is different.
The other junior I was thinking of, sorry, Tim Tszyu.
Team 2, yeah. That one should be up there. He's gonna be fighting Michael Serafo on July 7.
Right.
And you're from Australia. I just remember on the undercard there will be a Filipino who's also my friend Sara Munsot, who's gonna be fighting another undefeated fighter on that same card. So I'm gonna just support that guy. We've been talking on Facebook, so hopefully he wins.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
Okay, so looks like someone's having a party on the somewhere there.
Yeah, Nonito. I saw someone say Nonito. Was Nonito's father a pro fighter, or was he a kickboxer?
Hold on, I'll search it up.
The senior.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Nonito is.
It'll be funny if you look it up and he'll be a bar fighter.
Okay. Nonito
Yes, he
Donaire.
is. He is. He is.
He is what?
He's a ano to, he's a fighter.
Uh,
A bar
are you
fighter?
sure?
Wait,
Are
wait,
you
hold
sure?
on. Doing my research right now.
Pal, when am I gonna see an interview with you and Nonito?
It's okay. Who's making noise? Okay, wait. Okay. Let me try. Let me try and get in touch with Nonito Senior and Junior. See if I can get an interview with him. It's just a bit difficult because, of course, of the time difference, and I've been too busy really with local boxing. It's a lot of contents. I still have a lot of contents I haven't put out. So, man, and plus the training. So I have to, spend some time training too these days.
Was there any feedback from Nonito or any publicity on what he thinks about the Das Marinas Inoue matchup?
That I haven't seen. I haven't seen. No.
I'd love to hear his opinion.
I'm not really familiar sa akin. May kasi nag-comment na baka familiar sa akin daw. So,
Sorry, man.
there's like someone in the comments na parang familiar daw sa akin. Sorry, but I'm not kind of familiar. I'm sorry.
Man, you need to fix your mic. I mean, it's scratchy, brother. Lumalaban pa pala si Sarah Munsod. Yes, it's kind of a part-time boxer. One time, for the from 2018 to 2019, and right now, one fight a year. And looks like someone knows you. A practical papi met you at Victory Katipunan, brother Miguel Navidad. That's what he's saying.
Yep. I'm not really familiar with that person. Just
Yeah, but did you go to Victory Katipunan?
well, yeah, it's like that was like the very first place na pinupuntahan ko every Sunday, like every
There you go.
service.
So he
Pero
knows you. You don't know him.
pero hindi, parang hindi ako familiar sa tao. So it's really just been a long time na.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys, it's about an hour. I want to give you guys just one last topic to talk about. And pasensya na po sa mga pa-English kami si Christian kasi. Si Team Shu may potential din yun. Pinaretiro niya si Horn. Yes, magaling yung Team Shu. I think I met you. Okay, Nonito. Okay. All right, one last topic, Christian, Heavy Boogie. You might want to give one last good topic that we talk about before we end our session for tonight.
Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley.
Yeah. Okay. Last topic there. So we have. Yeah, look, I'm so excited. I don't have a topic I want to bring up right now, but I'm just super excited for boxing for the next 1 month, and I hope here in the local scene in the Philippines that we can see things with COVID ease up a little bit, so we can see more local productions and local fighters and all of that.
Okay. Well, you and I same. So I'm gonna ask Miguel because Miguel kind of said something. Maybe Heavy is not that interested in this kind of fight. But Miguel the trend of Miguel has been sharing some exhibition fight. Jake
Okay.
Paul and Tyron Woodley. You know, you're familiar with these guys?
Yeah.
Tyron Woodley, MMA, retired MMA.
What weight are they gonna fight at?
I don't know yet. I saw them on the picture. They're facing off already with the productions for the marketing materials.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to go with Tyrone Woodley. I think he's more of the character and the gentleman. That I'm just not into the Jake Paul nonsense. It does nothing for me. It's like a bad advertisement. You know, when you're watching your favorite TV show on YouTube or whatnot, then a Shopee ad comes on, or some advertisement comes on. That's what Jake Paul is to me for boxing. It's like
Okay.
when I see that news, I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta scroll past it and get to something more serious.
You must hate me when I talk about Jake Paul. because it
Oh.
still gets some hits.
Yeah, no. Sure, anyone can appreciate anything. For me, it's not my cup of tea, but of course I'm
Yes.
interested. Um, and I think this is a little bit more interesting. And I really just don't like the approach that Jake Paul or the influence, the way he's influencing the kids, the future on how to take shortcuts and make quick money.
Yeah.
So I don't think
These
he's a
days
good.
it's
Yeah.
these days kind of different. So don't watch a battle of the YouTubers too, because you'll be more upset as well. The,
I'll only watch it if you're commentating. I'll take your commentary.
yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know about that, but yeah. Well, Miguel may have a different perspective on this one. I see the younger generations are liking this trends, and like it or not, Christian, they're the
Yeah.
future, and unfortunately, they're gonna be staying here. They're gonna be spending more money, and they're spending a lot more money than probably us right now. So, what do you think about this topic? And then I'll answer this question from RC Alejandria after. So, Miguel, why did you bring it up? What's your thoughts on Jake Paul and Tyron?
Well, sa tingin ko lang kasi, the reason I brought it up is because we knew that Jake won against Ben Askren, and we knew like off camera and everything na parang kaibigan sila Tyron Woodley at Ben Askren.
Yep.
And the reason why I also brought it up is because I think that Tyron Woodley might win this fight to avenge Ben Askren's defeat against Jake Paul.
Wow.
But I agree naman with Christian that it might be probably an embarrassment to professional boxing of these influencers getting inside the ring and just like trying to put on a clown show, if you ask me. Pero it's not really just for the entertainment naman eh. So
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go against you and Christian here. Okay.
Hey! 1 second. I'm not against it, huh? I said everyone can have their lane, everyone can do their thing, and everyone can appreciate everything. But it's just
Okay.
not my cup of tea because I'm a different character.
I understand. Don't worry. I'm the kind of guy as well that I will say. I will say really as much as I can. I know it's not unpopular. Some of my comments are unpopular, but I'm not against this. In fact, I'm entertained, and I think this is a wake up call to the boxing industry, because we will not need this if we're getting the fights that we are looking for. The exhibition fights will not happen if we're seeing the best fighters fight each other. If the old boxers, Tyson will not go back if we're seeing the heavyweights fighting each other, and we're seeing a great matchup. This is an entertainment, and this is business. And whether we like it or not, I mean, these guys build their empire from YouTube, and unfortunately, I mean, people spend money to see them, more money to see them because they have millions of followers, than real boxers, because they know how to market themselves. I mean, I'm not a fan of the boxing itself, but the business side of it. I mean, all big networks are buying in on it. Showtime is buying in on it. Thriller is buying in on it. I mean, look at Floyd Mayweather's fight. I mean, we don't like it, but they earn more money and they get more money than the regular boxers. I hate to say this, but that's what's happening, and that's why the boxers need to adapt and need to promote themselves, and that's why boxers that knows how to promote themselves get more money. I don't think it's an embarrassment to the sport. I just feel like we just need to know what to expect with this kind of fight. I mean, we don't expect a good fight from a YouTuber, an ex-boxer, an old guy. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be a good fight, so don't expect for it to be a good fight like the recent fight of Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people are upset with Floyd Mayweather. I mean, how long has Floyd Mayweather fight competitively in boxing? And who's this guy? I mean, Logan Paul. So just think about it like that. So let's not compare it to the real boxing. It's an exhibition boxing. It's
Yeah.
celebrity boxing. It's been there for a while. If we need a quick buck, that's what's happening. I just wanted to say
It's like a B grade Hollywood movie.
it, the thing is it is an entertainment. It's like um it's what do you call this? It's like an acting job in entertainment.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
WWE. But
It's
still
like
people watch it.
it's like someone out there thinks that Vin Diesel is the best actor. You know,
Okay. Okay.
as compared to like a Robert De Niro or something like that.
Yeah. But we just need to all adapt, and we need to improve ourselves. Or if not, then I mean, this type of thing is gonna take over boxing more and more. I'm
So
seeing
you're
more and
getting
more of this.
you're adjusting yourself, and you're getting a lot of tips, and you're getting any sort of broadcast things that you're learning from what these guys are doing.
I'm an innovator, man. I will adjust to whatever
Yeah.
it is, but I will still. And here's the thing. Although I get a lot more views from talking about Billy Jack, and I mean, this is the truth, man. I have a lot of video of Billy Jack Sanchez fighting, and it's not even a good fight, and I have 500,000 views compared to a really good fight of a professional boxers, two professional boxers that has maybe less than 5,000 fights. And that one is 500,000 in just weeks.
One quick question then: with your interactions with these YouTubers, have any of them surprised you with the boxing knowledge that they have, or respect for the game?
The respect, yes.
Or
The knowledge, no.
no, not the knowledge. Okay,
The
like they're
respect,
familiar,
yes.
they're familiar with great boxers, and they can hold a conversation about boxing, or is it just literally someone who's going to fight someone else in a
Not
ring?
yet. No, not yet.
No, because I
Not
would
yet.
love to see, and I think I would become a fan of these guys if they tributed boxing more instead of just coming in and
Yeah, well,
making the money, but also it's a give back, and the best way that they could give back is to maybe shine a little bit more knowledge on the art which they're being a professional in.
okay. So I met of course Damsa, who's a YouTuber, but he's an amateur boxer, so I'm sure he respects boxing, and I'm sure this guy knows a lot more boxing than I know, but I haven't had a chance to talk to him. I met Billy Jack Sanchez, who's basically in the team of Cuadro Alas. He doesn't really know much about boxing when we started talking, but one
Yeah.
thing that I know is that he's learning, and he's been watching a lot of YouTube lately. When he started boxing, that's when he learned a lot more.
Yeah,
Than,
that's what I get excited about is
yeah, he respect
the
boxing now.
the potential for these guys to enter the world of boxing, and then the excitement, if they start to follow other fighters and other promotions, other weight divisions. I hope they really catch the boxing bug and bring it forward in a respectful manner, not in a trashy manner.
Yeah. Well, the role that Billy Jack is playing is a villain. But in truth, between us, I mean, he's a really good guy. He's a funny guy. It's just like the role that has been given to him. And he said this: when I do good things, when I talk about in a humble way, no one watches my videos. And as a YouTuber, obviously he wants to get views. And every time he trash talk, but I'm
Then the
telling you, from
views.
behind the scene, he studied boxing. He's there. He's doing the basic of the boxing, and he's been telling me, "Hey, I watched this guy, and I'm gonna copy this guy." But like everyone else, he started as a casual boxing. He knows more about Pacquiao and only a few boxing. But when they start boxing, he's learning the basic. He's learning the other legends, and we respect boxing. He said this: if I win this and I really improve, maybe I should consider real boxing. And I said this to him: Are you sure? He's Are you sure? Because Battle of the YouTuber will give you 100,000. 100,000, my man, for a fight. For 3 rounds. Or on a professional boxing match where you get 6,000 as a starting.
And you got as a starting, and right now you got a 2-week quarantine.
So what do you really want to do? And he scratches it. Well,
And of that 6,000, you have to give some to your coach, some for your nutrition, some for your therapy.
yeah.
One to Wow.
So imagine that. Imagine it only said it's the what it's saying us is that marketing and being popular these days are very
That's why
important.
I would love to see Jake Paul or anyone or Billy Jack, whoever is, okay, they come into the game, they're using the boxing name as their cash cow. Then it would be fantastic to see a give back, or maybe they could sponsor a boxer. Maybe they could, especially these YouTube
Promote, you
productions.
mean? Yes. Yes.
Promote, yeah, promote.
That's what Thriller is
sponsor.
doing.
Nice.
That is what Thriller is doing, right? I mean, they started with. I mean, they made a name because of Mike Tyson and those celebrity matches, Jake Paul and whatnot, and then now they have Chifimo Lopez and Cambosos.
Yeah.
Do you know the story about that fight? Chipimo was supposed to be a co-main event or an undercard of a YouTuber, and he doesn't want that.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I read that, but I mean,
On Triller for this upcoming promotion.
On
Originally,
Triller.
they were gonna have the
it was supposed to be a
entertainment-
different. Yeah. You know, Thriller has a lot of. They do a lot more things than boxing. There's it's like a concert.
Yeah.
And the music is so long, and then I was really I was really waiting for a while. It was really dragging for me at first because it's a lot more singing and dancing in a concert before a boxing event. It's like it's not
So
just
would
one
you
song.
rather have the singing and dancing, or hearing "Eye of the Tiger" between every song?
And I would rather just one song. Or just one song. Because I can see what they're doing there. I see that they're trying to capture the music fan and the sports fan and the boxing fan at the same time, and that's why they get more buys because their selling point. And I see what they're doing because at first they're trying to promote it as a concert with boxing, but for a boxing fan, it's a boxing with a concert. So maybe for a music fan, when they saw the boxing, they've been waiting for the concert. For the boxing fan, so it's a good strategy what they did there, and now people know what to expect. It's something new. So I don't know if you watch it because I bought the pay-per-view. It's a lot of twerking that's happening. You're on mute, heavy. You're on mute.
Sorry, yeah. Regarding the previous Triller program, I only tuned in and I got the idea of what kind of show it was, what kind of production, and I just had it on mute because I'm only as you say, I'm only interested in the boxing. I don't care too much for Snoop Dogg swearing or another guy, Oscar De La Hoya, who's drunk, or I'm only tuning in to see if I can catch some good quality boxing, some interesting fights, and some nice styles, and everything else.
There you go.
Is not interesting to me. I think I would much prefer, putting on your commentary and listening to what you're talking about than to hear Snoop Dogg.
There you go. Well, you know what? There you go. You're one of the segment of the
Right.
market of
Exactly.
Thriller.
What you just spoke about.
Yeah, you're one of the segment. Yeah, and Snoop Dogg, he's singing while commentating. That helps provide millions of views that you don't like, but could potentially capture new fans to the boxing world and vice versa.
Introduce, yeah.
Introduce. That's what I'm saying. So you might probably hate me on this but I'm trying to adapt a little bit of all of those styles because we need to innovate. But man, I understand where you're coming from. Hardcore boxing fan would want to have a good boxing match, but there's a reason why those, as you call sometimes circus or clowns, but a lot of kids like love clowns.
Do you think that's why? Do you think that's why originally they try to look for sexy girls in as ring girls? It kind of stems from there, no?
That's also right there. I mean, it's adding
Yeah.
more flavor.
Right.
I mean, after the blood, after the ugly fight, you want to see some sexy girls,
Oh,
right?
guys, right?
Uh, or,
Yeah, in case
guys.
there's a female about, they've got a
Well, even if it's a female bout,
gender
guys are watching
equality.
boxing 80% of the time. I think girls also want to see sexy girls. I don't know about the guys, because in Vietnam there was although yeah, I must admit, I mean, people was shouting when they saw a muscular guy holding the ring card.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe okay, so maybe we can get Coach Rush. He's got a career after coaching. Maybe he can be go fly to Vietnam and be a ring guy.
ring guy. Who knows, man? I mean, that idea is not far fetched. Anything can happen these days, as long as we get more, like women maybe, or
Hmm.
guy gays or whatever watching boxing. Who knows, right?
Yeah. And then you can get the Kumu. You can get that social media app, and they can be the ones to put on the production, just like Triller is.
Something like that. Who knows?
Something like
Everything
that.
can happen. I mean, if the money is there, it would
And then
happen.
what? Miguel can be the headline fight
Yeah. Okay.
versus Billy Jack. There you go.
Okay. Anyway, I mean, here's my last statement on this one, and I understand that a lot of us here are boxing fans. We're a boxing fan in the boxing in the Philippines is very traditional. I mean, the time that I started following boxing, it's just the routine, monotonous. It's all the same boxing fight. It's very traditional. So for us, even especially for Filipino boxing, when we see YouTuber, we see dancing, we see giveaways, we see different things boxing. It's something new, and it would have two effect. It's either you reject it, or you're amazed, or it's a brand new thing. For young guys that getting their attention is so hard this day. Heavy, I don't know if you have a kid, but
Yeah,
the
I do.
young generation, it's so hard to get their attention. In one, if you don't impress them in 30 seconds, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna
Switch.
do this. They're gonna do this to you. Next, they're gonna do this to you next, right? So you must show something right away. You must give something right away. You have something new, and this is the kind of thing that we're facing these days. A generation and a future of instant, and you must capture the attention, and you must innovate. And if you don't embrace it and just take the good out of it, then we're gonna be left behind. And that's why Powcast Sports is right here. We're adapting. We're covering traditional boxing, even if you don't watch it. We're covering YouTube boxing. We're making a little bit of fun and comedy here. We're still doing the podcast. We're still talking about the hardcore, but we're also talking about what you wanted to hear. Those things and more. Even if it's beyond boxing or beyond sports, because that's how we should do it. We should always innovate and we should always adapt. Like this guy, Heavy Boogie.
Yeah.
Hey, and our just a spectator, you've been listening, brother. You wanna say something before we say goodbye?
It's awkward lang yung ginagawa ngayon na yung celebrity boxing,
No.
especially in sa US. So awkward and nagiging promotion na lang siya, not for typical boxing. So awkward. Yeah, example yung thrill, less thrill, yung boxing ng thrill. Yeah, even I, nanonood ako nun, sobrang, you're expecting for a boxing match, then here comes, naging concert na siya, it's so very awkward. And
Okay.
ikaw na nagbabayad ng pay-per-view, you're not there for a concert. You're there for the match. Despite that, the match is expected na di ganun kagandahan. But
Oo.
the point is, you know, hindi siya expected na as typical boxing, which is natatabunan na siya. They just doing boxing is for fun, not for nagiging entertainment na lang siya. So very awkward.
Correct. Naintindihan kita, pare. Salamat sa pagsasalita mo, no? Nakasulat dyan sa spectator, pero nagsalita ka pa rin. Salamat. Gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo, no? Na kasi, hindi ko alam, heavy na parang mo ba Lamar Odom versus Aaron Carter? Lamar Odom, the center forward of Los Angeles Lakers and the Clippers, he fought in a celebrity match against pop star. Don't watch it. But I just wanted to let you know, it's crazy. It's not anything good. But you will share it and you will watch it because it's embarrassing. It's awkward. Because it's awkward and people loves awkward. You will share it and you make fun of it. And a lot of advertisement is gonna be shown there, which means a lot of money will be generated. That's how the world works, my man. So, pero sa totoo lang, marami po mga boxing na nangyayari na maraming magagandang quality fights din. Hindi lang sila sikat. Like yung sinabi ko sa inyo, sinasabi nyo, awkward kasi, ba't ganun na nangyayari sa Amerika? Puro na lang celebrity. Hindi po. Yung celebrity lang nakikita natin at nakikita natin ang sikat. Kung titingnan nyo yung ating listahan dito, no, na pinapakita ko sa inyo, kung titingnan nyo yung listahan, sandali Hindi lang naman, may mga tunay na boxing fight din nangyayari. Nagkakataon lang na hindi sila sikat. Kaya hindi sila yung napapanood. So, let's not blame dun sa magagaling mag-promote ng boxing. Kaya, ganon. So, magagaling talaga mag-promote yung mga celebrity. Kaya sila yung nakokomentuhan natin. Supportahan natin pati yung mga hardcore na mga boxing fight. Alright, last statement, Heavy Boogie, paalam ka na.
Yeah, last statement. I just saw your screen there when you were scrolling over the upcoming fights. There's one fight there that really had me interested, and that's that Anderson Silva versus
What?
Chavez Jr.
See what I'm talking about? You're intrigued.
That's an intrigue for me because I saw the amount of rounds and it said 10 rounds, so that made me think, okay, well, I would pick Anderson Silva, but then 10 rounds. Oh my gosh, has he ever gone 10 rounds before? And he's old. That's intriguing for me. I like that one. You know, I'm not so into Jake Paul versus Woodley, but this one here, I like that one.
But that's still a celebrity kind of fight or an exhibition fight,
right?
Man. But see what I'm saying there? So, I mean, Angelo Leo and Aaron Almeida and Isaac Cruz and Francisco Vargas, these are real fighters above it, and it's going to happen at the same time. But no one will talk about this one. Because of this fight, Julio Cesar Chavez and Anderson Silva, because they're popular. Right?
And
in Mexico.
Look where it is. It's in
Mexico.
Guadalajara, Mexico.
Mexico, yes. So that's what I'm talking about, man. I mean,
and then you'll have the Brazilians, you know, they're just going to the west, and they're going to bring their camp, and they're going to go up into Guadalajara, and that's Canelo's hometown too. And
yes.
Then the Mexicans, you know, not all of them back that the junior.
Junior.
I think that'll be an interesting crowd there, and that'll be an interesting fight.
If you're a promoter and you have a chance and you know Chavez Jr., you would have promoted this too because you know what's gonna come. Cha-ching. Right? Because
right.
It's entertainment and people want to see Chavez Jr. get knocked out by Anderson Silva. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but anyway, my man, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
everyone, and next time muli. Salamat, pare. All right, bye guys.